G'day everyone, welcome to Oz Tool Talk. I'm Dwayne, this is Mike.
G'day guys.
So we're here to review Bosch's rolling sander.
PRR 250 ES. Now straight up guys, we have made a small move tonight.
Yep.
We're in the kitchen, my place. There's a monsoon happening outside we think, so we can't hear a thing in the workshop, so we figured if you want any information at all, we'd best move inside. So, but moving on from that, we've had a little play with this tool. It's been out I think about 6-7 months now.
Yep.
In Australia. Cracking tool.
Yeah.
We've had a really good play with it. This little drum roller, classed as a multi-tool I suppose, what most people sort of look at it and think of it, because it comes with wire wheel, it comes with drum sand, comes with flat disc.
Yep.
It supersedes that a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's, I mean obviously it doesn't cut like a multi-tool, but it's got to be the most versatile sander you'll ever get. So we tried it with a bunch of different attachments. The attachments range from sort of $5 for the rolling sander pieces.
Yep.
What do you call those?
Drum sander.
And up to about 20 for the more expensive pieces.
Yep.
So quite reasonable really for what you get. It comes with the wire brush, the drum sander.
Yep.
And was it this one?
Yep. What we're essentially calling cut flat discs.
Yep.
Little detailed flat discs are brilliant.
Yeah, really good. So the first one that we were really impressed with is we tried the big flap disc, and for $13, this is just a no-brainer to go get. And we tried that on some stainless steel hinges, and it was just brilliant.
Yeah, these stainless steel hinges, as you'll see, they've got a nice fusion weld. So we started on the flat strap, and then I've gone across the fusion weld as well, the sharp edges from the drill bits. This thing just tore it up, no dramas. Didn't leave big stretch lines or anything like that in it, and scrape marks in the stainless steel. But what it did do is polish it up absolutely incredibly, and that was, as you can see in the video, I think about 10, 15, maybe 20 seconds. And that's a one grit, which is a 120. So if they're ever going to extend it, you could do some seriously funky stuff with stainless or with aluminium. That was an absolute beast of an accessory. We're a little surprised how it went with stainless steel, because it certainly doesn't mention it on the box. No. But who cares about that? What can you get done with this tool? Straight away we know that you can play around with stainless steel without a drama.
That's right. Then we tried it on a little stool. Yep. Getting into all the turned legs. Yeah. And so we had this kind of cut flap disc, if you will. We took that over the main parts of the legs, and that was able to bring it back to the raw material very quickly. And
quite gentle too, like I expected to actually see lines in that, whereas as you're just rolling up and down, as you'll see, it actually just takes the material off without digging in too hard. I didn't actually check what grit that is, but it's 120 again. It's probably more about your action with that, and just treating it gently. That was at full noise with that, wasn't it?
It was. That was on 6 speed, so that's really good for going around the rounded legs and things like that, because of the style of piece that it is. Then you popped on the small piece.
Yeah, dropped on the small one. I feel like this was more your little fine detail unit. That gets into all your little sharp places, or your sharp profiles. I did drop it back, I think to probably about 1800, maybe 2000 RPM. I didn't drop it right away back. It just allows a little more control, and I was able to spend a little more time in something, just being careful instead of crunching it in and possibly damaging the profile on it. Obviously the project we did it on, it's not $1 million project, but you want to be able to do it and not wreck it. If you're working on an antique chair or something like that, this tool comes into its own, because you can strip back with that large roller there, and then you can just go fine detail. Variable speed on this is incredible. I'm really glad that Bosch have put it on it. It just allows you that little bit extra control. And it turns what could be a really crappy job into something that you go, wow, that tool made half the job for me, no dramas at all.
Yeah, that's right. And you pretty much have no other option. Like I can't think of any other tool that's going to allow you to get in the fine spots.
No, well, I mean, you'd end up with something like that Josco put out, but you've got to get a drill, so you're getting your drill and doing your chuck, and you're changing the crosshairs all the time. This is, as you said at the start, a really versatile sander for us. So,
and what makes it so versatile is this beautiful quick change SDS. You just pop units straight on, click them in, and then to get them back out again, push the red button on the side. And you're good to go.
And you'll see that we changed that a couple of times, and it was really quick. You're not going to change it 1 million times on one job, but it does save you having to get the spanner out. quick change is the way to go. What I love that Bosch has done is that they've actually put the standard SDS bit in. If you didn't see on the guard or anything like that, you'd swear that that's an SDS bit straight out of the back of a truck if you wanted to click that in. So really good that Bosch have just gone with the standard SDS setup. Nice and quick, nice and easy one-handed. Gets a little bit gnarly with the wire brush. You penetrate your skin a few times if you're not careful. But so what? It is a really good SDS changer. One thing I really liked, because I was actually the one that used it the most tonight, was you can really comfortably hold it with one hand. It's 1.3 kilo, so this tool is not a heavy tool, but it's also, like Dane was saying to me earlier, it's like a slimline grinder. Absolutely brilliant. I can hold that really well. I can actually steer a little bit by holding the guard, moving the guard around to wherever I want, when I want, and that can actually be a bit of my fine detail in the work versus holding it back here and sort of trusting. You've got that security here and turn the guard around really easily.
Yeah, it is, and the guard itself has the dust extraction on the board on the back, which is going to be cool if you're using it inside and things like that.
Well, inside, or if you haven't got a big workshop, I've got a reasonable sized workshop, so it didn't really concern us, but if you're in a tiny workshop or a garden shed, you'd want that. It's great that they just went, well, if you're going to have a guard like that, of course you put dust extraction on, so that's good.
That's right.
The accessories do come a few different ways. I think we'd already mentioned $5 to $20. You've also got your drum sanding rolls. You've got them in a multi-pack, and they also provide them in 3 packs of 80s to 120s or 240s. So good. For the work that we did tonight, we crunched in a fair bit, especially the stainless steel. None of these are, I can't see any wear on them whatsoever yet.
No, well, Bosch make good brushes anyway. We know they make good sanding gear, so you know, all the sanding pads for around all sanders and such. Pretty big fan of. So, what did it come with out of the box? It came with the rubber drum roller.
Came with the drum roller, obviously one sleeve, which I think was an 80 grit. Then it came with one of the small cut flat discs, and also came with the wire brush, which is a ripper because really you've got most guys' small jobs covered there. 169, walk out of the store, you could actually get quite a few jobs done before you headed back to go, okay, give me a few of those accessories. But when you do, you're not going to sell your left arm to buy the accessories. That's a good thing.
No. And the cost of the unit was $169?
Around the $169, Obviously depending on where you buy, but the recommended retail is $169. So.
Just a little tip as well, with the drum set roller, don't try and force it out, push it out. It ends in disaster.
It ends in a fair bit of frustration, doesn't it?
It does. It's got a very good system. You chuck it on, and then you turn the pad with the flutes on the drum and
twist it straight off
and put it back the same way, twisting in the same direction. Really quite easy.
It's a small thing, but it's something that we worked out, and we don't really want everybody else having to work out, unless there's some people out there that are smarter than us. But it was just a little thing. So leave it on the tool, twist it off, twist it back on, done.
That's right. So the unit's got a bit of length to it, but it's nice and light. It's very comfortable. The vibrations are very minimal. So we really can't recommend it enough, to be honest. The build quality feels good. Bosch Green have put out a ripper tool here.
Well, look, what we did tonight, I've got a belt sander, I've got the third sheet sander, I've got a small detail sander, the iron shaped type. I've also got a random orbital sander. What we did tonight on the chair, and even on the stainless steel to a degree, not going to be able to do easily. The belt sander is a big heavy duty unit. It's going to tear that up and you're not going to be able to have your clamps there. This was quite good for that. So all those other sanders that I've got, they've all got their own place. This actually sits perfectly in and amongst all of them. So
that's right.
It really is, you know.
You're not going to use this to sand back a whole table.
No.
But this can do things like all of the others on a small scale.
Well, you'll finish off the edges of your benches, you'll play around with the stool, you'll do little jobs with it that are just handy little jobs. Click on, click off, get your wire brush out, fix that. It's rip a little multi-sander, I don't think they technically call it a multi-sander, but we'll coin the phrase of a multi-sander. PRR 250 ES.
Which is for the
250, like it.
250 watt.
250 watt, I think it's a beast. 1600 to 3000 RPM, it's got a really good range. I don't know if they could have done much else.
No, not at all. So thanks for watching.
Thanks guys.
We've really enjoyed the unit. If you like what we're doing, hit subscribe, or check us out on Facebook or Tumblr or Twitter.
And we'll be back in the workshop the next video.
Catch you next one.
Thanks guys.
Bye.
See you later.